How are you feeling, Jason? You ready for this game?
I'm so ready for this game. This one is. I actually labored over which team I was going to go with because I really enjoy Mad Lions as like a dark horse at the moment. I think they're a super exciting team to watch. EG though, I ended up going with them. I stuck with my boys.
I don't think that's unreasonable. I think it's hard to make an argument any other way. I did pick Mad Lions, but that was, just for the madness of it. I think if you had to be realistic about it, EG probably are the favorite team here. Roy going to be pushing in after a flashbang, but immediately shot down Breeze and Tarek. What a beautiful return, and that crushes that Danish defense. Pretty much an offense over at that ramp, but it absolutely got shut down.
I mean, that whole defense felt predicated on that one flashbang coming out at the right moment, and it was maybe a half-second late to catch that first player, I believe Breeze, who got the initial 2 kills, and if that first player doesn't get blinded, that kind of ruins the entire pop flash strategy, and you can see the result. They just get overrun from there, so that's a very powerful hit from EG.
Yeah, we'll go back at one point and find exactly how that flashbang, didn't connect, because that's one of those things that's important.
Yeah, it looked like it connected with everyone but that first player who was able to kind of shut the hit down. I'm sure we might be seeing a little bit of a replay. I actually, interestingly enough, when we were at Blast in London, one kind of thing that I kind of thought coming into this year, and I said a couple times over there on their broadcast, was I actually think that EG is going to be a relative disappointment to the kind of expectations we have of them. In terms of, this is a team I think that everyone kind of looks at and says, okay, you won New York, look at all this skill. Breeze at one point played like the best player in the world for, a 1 month, 2 month stretch. People are expecting this team to get like top 4s pretty consistently, and I think they're going to be disappointing in that regard. I don't think they're going to fall off the face of the earth, but I think they'll have a tough time.
Okay, well, I mean, expectations, I agree, are just very, very high for this team. That was quite a cool execution of Stanislaw going on there, but he couldn't get away, and he was awkwardly shooting down, so Acor is still going to be dropping. By the way, he'll probably be playing with the AWP later on.
You love that.
I do like him as an AWP player. They've set up for I think a sort of a surprise flashbang outside of the B-bomb site where they're mostly at. I think only Roy is at the other side, and I think that's where they're probably going to come find him pretty soonish. So some interesting setups, I think, for Mad Lions, but I don't think they're going to come to fruition this time.
A lot of pop flash setups for the Mad Lions, and they still have 2 smokes to use, but with 2 players missing and like losing complete control of mid, I don't think those smokes are going to go anywhere useful to slow down or delay. You're going to really want Roy to hit some nice shots here, but he's under so much pressure. Ethan really pressing the envelope with the MAC-10. Roy's going to fall back. He's got teammates here with him. Bree's going to consider this, but now a split towards this bomb site is just so brutal, and the defense can't stand up to it. Good shot from Shush. Cirque very low, and he's going to get cleaned up, and I don't know if he has a chance to win this. There's an opportunity here. That smoke is going to be brutal, but certainly just picking up the Krieg. He might even just consider saving it.
A Krieg and armor and a smoke for the next round. That's a pretty good trade.
Yeah, but he's got plenty of time to go for this. Even without a kit, he can make this work, and Breeze is going to catch him.
I'm kind of shocked he actually checked for that. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of a wake-up call for EG, but they, I mean, the split towards A coming from middle, as you said, pretty powerful. Good way to get started anyway. And now they're going to have an easier time of it regardless. Mad Lions just not rich enough to do anything.
Not rich enough at all. Breeze has started this out pretty well. That was 200-some ADR we saw down there at the stretch right before that round ended. He's got 5 kills. Not too shabby.
No, I mean, he's one of those players you do want to get fired up in the beginning, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, hold the thought. Look at this stack. This could be beautiful for Stanislaw. He could make so much money, but a good peek from Shush, and they're all going to wander into the crosshair of Tarek. He lines him up, knocks him down. Some good stat padding for the Content King.
Yeah, last couple of bullets, I think, for the headshot as well. So almost out. Quick round. We all appreciate that. Acor will pick up that AWP much like predicted. And we'll see what EG are going to be able to do. There's so much...
Talk to me about Acor. Talk to the people about Acor, because this guy is like... I think the best way to describe him with you, you really enjoy watching him as a player. He's almost like your little hidden kink.
It is true, yeah. I've been enjoying this team for a while, actually. Back when they were tricked. I think about Acor is his just lack of fear in approaching almost every fight. There's something about that, and we actually talked off camera about this, that, you start losing games a lot, that can get taken away.
Now, Humden is going to wish he had that kill. Humden's like, bro, my kill-death ratio is bad enough as it is. Could you please just let me
maybe this is why. Like,
people get dinked by Humden and they just jump off the edge of the map. And it was like, nope, we're out.
It's a conspiracy just to make him look bad. Oh, man. Well, some comedy early on. Probably not from Stanislaw's point of view. I'm sure we'll get a replay. Don't worry, guys. London is here with the M4, and he'll take down Cirque. Grenade out. That's a bit dangerous, and Tarek won't really take much damage from that HE. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's a, 1-for-1, and they're up a man at least from the earlier accident. Breeze
Technically, it's a 2-for-1.
Technically, it is a 2-for-1, yeah. Breeze and Ethan, and now Tarek joining them to try and see if they could do something over here at the A site. And, yeah, maybe why not? But if I think if Acor has his sort of, just his own morale and just his confidence intact throughout his early career in Counter-Strike here, then it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, he's going to have a chance here. Ooh, that's a missed smoke as well. Breeze a little frustrated, looking up at his teammate. Perhaps blocking him a little bit. Acor's going to get aggressive. He wants it. Oh, and he just flicked over at the last second. Boopski trades it back, so he's kept the advantage in the favor of the Danes. Another kill for him as well. It's all on Tarek. He's got the Krieg. 1 versus 3. Going to try and get the bomb planted. The time is running low. They're going to go to stop it, and he's not aware. Roy coming up over the top. That's a first round on the board for the defense. 3-1 in the favor of EG.
They don't save the AWP, which, I mean, it's a good enough victory. I guess you're happy to take it early on in your first rifle round, but it's worth thinking about. I do think that Acor with that AWP it's one of the things that has to work if they're going to have even a shot at taking down EG. It's going to have to be, the best version of it, and it's going to have to be a fair bit. So we'll see. Some good shots coming through, and, again, winning the round with 3 people alive, probably quite happy about that. But they're not out of the woods yet. Don't have enough money to start losing rounds. And EG putting under pressure towards Hunden might have found what they consider a bit of a weak spot. Bubski's there on a bit of a crossfire up in the window, but now he's had to fall back already, and Ethan will take him down. Acor with another return, and now they should give it a rest here. Don't keep fighting at this point. Actually, Bubski will, but I'm not sure if, again, I would say just leave. You've already got the victory in terms of coming out with a 1-man, now 2-man advantage. Leave that be.
Yeah, at this point, certainly. But they had a great read. I mean, Hunden certainly called it over, heard the numbers, and was bringing teammates in, and they just kept peaking. EG was not ready for that much resistance in that part of the map, and it's just Tarek once again. 1 versus 3 in the last round, 1 versus 4 here, and nowhere to really go. Just some kills at the end would be a thing of beauty. But Acor puts him down from the side. Second round now for Mad Lions.
I know people have made much about the stats of Hunden, maybe especially the difference in stats between him and the rest of the lineup.
I'm one of them, yes.
You're one of them, but I think you guys have just misread the situation. I think he's actually, he's playing a next level game. You actually saw it in this round. He's just putting himself out as bait, saying like, come get it. It's an easy kill. You know where I'm at.
It did look pretty haggard there until all the teammates showed up.
Oh, here we see the run boost. Tarek, you're going to make the jump cross, only with a pistol, but you have to appreciate it. Hunden is there to take him out, so they only have pistols, so this should be an easier round. But if you are going to run boost someone, make it Tarek for the content.
Yeah, but maybe give him a Krieg next time, or an AK. Something he can work with would be beautiful. Here we go. Good shot from Shush, and they're going to clean this up. Yeah, I mean, just so the people listening can and watching can get an idea. Yeah, I'm going to do him dirty a little bit here, but the stats that Anders is referencing, Hunden's kill death differential is negative 262. The next closest, this is with this lineup on land. The next closest is Roy with plus 27. So he's far down the list. And again, we still praise him for his knowledge in game and the way he's able to train up young players. And he's had a big hand in Danish Counter-Strike, obviously. But at some point, when they start cracking into the top 10, that's going to be an area to keep your eye on.
Okay, so,
here we go.
Not great stats for a star player. Amazing stats for baiting, the enemy team.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to sell this.
Good point.
Acor trying to take a shot over the smoke. Roy, I think, hoping for that to be a distraction and maybe go for a bit of a surprise. It wasn't a surprise. Stanislaw was super ready for it, and he takes him right down. So now they're bringing Hunden and Bubski. That leaves mid entirely open at this point in time. Close call right there. But yeah, there's no one controlling middle, and Shush is alone over at B. That's 2 out of 3 paths for the map. That's completely weakened right now for Mad Lions.
Well, and imagine being Shush and maybe having to go for a heads-up duel against Breeze.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not fun at all. Hunden's going to go investigating. Ooh, and he gives up the aggression. He takes the shot early when he spotted the jump. Another smoke comes out right at the corner. That's going to be the call for the defense to fall back. And Breeze now starting to get a bit more aggressive towards the... Ooh, no, he's not. He's under the stairs.
Yeah, I'm probably just making sure they're not getting flanked, I guess. Don't know if he'll want to try and go and...
Look at the lean that Shush has on the minimap. He's not even at the B bomb site. He's acting like he's going to have to rotate over to A very, very quickly.
Yeah, he wants to go look at middle, because nobody else is either. So he's holding mid and B. That seems unreasonable.
That's unfortunate for him.
Well, especially now, there's going to be smokes enough that he can't even see anything. I don't think he could do much. They might actually have to just call the save almost as soon as the smokes go down, unless he's just going to get lucky and get some sort of a shot through. Flashing, smoking, yeah, there's the chance he gets one on Stanislaw, so actually that's super helpful. But they lose Bobski, and again, Mad Lions have to really think about this. It's a long way for all of the team to get there, and the bomb has gone down pretty quickly. Smokes are going to be fading, but they'll have very, very limited time to do this. Hunden, I think, is actually flanking underneath the map, which is just fine if they had more time, but yeah, they're going to call it off already. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's a good call as well. You're exactly right. I think they came over with that smokes were clearing, and they tried to find one more kill to even it up into a 3-on-3. And when they didn't get that, you just back out. Tarek just making sure everything's clear for his team. He's going to call it out, so stalemate here towards the end of the round, as Mad Lions called an early save. So 4th round, EG maintained their lead. And that is something that I think will be interesting to watch Mad Lions have to contend with, is that kind of aggression towards that A ramp, how fast-paced they can do it. This round we didn't see Breeze challenging up into the B bomb site, but he very well could in the future up those stairs. That'll be something he mixes into his game plan.
I actually put together a, I went back and rewatched NIP playing this map, and they had Twist and Plopsky playing that B bomb site, and the weakness that I think we talked about during the game, but I also went back and watched it again to make sure I wasn't just, you know...
imagining things?
Yeah, exactly. And that was partly that a lot of the time it would be Plopsky alone there. They would be so far back, kind of like Shush just was, which is why I'm bringing this up. But you see the problem, right? If they don't have mid control, then... you know, it's not going to work out anyway, and they have 3 people over at the A-bomb side after losing 1. Like, you have this problem on this map, which is that the B-bomb side is left to a single person who... I don't even think it would have made a difference. If Shush was on the bomb side in front of the smokes, he's not going to win that fight killing 3 people or 2 people, right?
That's also, you know, also a product of the fact that, you know, they lost a player so early. Stanislaw had that opening kill, and that's where you really feel like you have to kind of back off, because you want to play retake. You're playing for that 1 kill to even it up and just stay alive for the retake. I think it's hard as that solo defender, especially in a 4 versus 5, to commit yourself into the bomb site and play it real ride or die. Yeah,
with the way that RPK was playing over here a couple of times, and I think Plopsky was doing the same thing, and maybe we'll probably see the same thing out of Mad Lions, right? Sometimes you'll just try and jiggle peek towards the stairs with a Molotov or a smoke in hand, and all you want is the information, right? You just want to know if they're coming, throw down a grenade, fall back and call for backup. But I actually think there isn't a team that I can think of that's come up with a very, like, it's a very good way of defending that B bomb side. It does seem to be like very hit and miss at the moment. Like, and maybe that's just the nature of it. It's, you know, still something people are figuring out. But
I was going to say the map still is pretty young in its lifespan. So we'll probably see some variations. Perhaps here at Katowice would be something beautiful. Here's some aggression to mix things up. Perfect flashbang-ish. They seemed blind from our screen, but obviously a nice little headshot. And Breeze is taken very low as well, 22 HP. So early big advantage to Mad Lions.
I'm not going to lie, I thought they were both going to die running down the stairs, but apparently not. Hunden goes down, waiting around in middle. Again, probably no reason for him to be there, unless he got stuck and we just didn't see it. But again, at that point, if you're Mad Lions, you get that early frag, fall back. Don't, you know, just keep an eye on middle, but don't try and fight to defend. You don't really have to. Breeze is very low, Tarek is very low. They should have a good shot at winning this round.
He might have gotten pulled over into an awkward position because of the pressure towards those B stairs. He might have just said, you know, maybe they're rushing. There's a lot of footsteps. They've called out a few numbers. Now, the nice thing is Breeze and Tarek are just so low on HP.
Yeah.
They're going to be easy to double up if Shush can have a decent fight here. Smoke to delay. Molotov into the site from EG. And now the rotation begins.
We're not seeing anything through that smoke. It looked like maybe there was even half of a gap there. 40 seconds and backup is being called for. Bubsky's here already. Grenades are coming in and he's actually trying to play right inside of the smoke. I think that's a good idea. That makes it very hard for them to see anything when they're coming through. 30 seconds on the clock and the Evil Geniuses got to try and find a way through. Breeze will get the 1 headshot, but they line up in front of Shush and he only gets the 1. Breeze back in action, finally taken down. And Tarek low on health from earlier. They're going to get the bomb plant here at least. Roy is there with the M4 up close and he takes the fight to Tarek. He's almost taken him down. 4 health left on him. And Roy needs to do a lot here still. The other rifle is the AWP, and that's really awkward. Acor back here. He almost needs to use the pistol, but I'm not sure if he even knows that at the moment. So How do you do this? They had a big chance, and they might have just given it away. One opportunity, back with the M4. Some bullets still left in it, so that's good news. But he's going to have to go quick on this one. He's got the kit. Somehow, he's walked right around. Oh, no. What a game that's being played. He's going to find the one. Back to look for Tarek, but he's almost out of time. Goes for it, but I don't think he has it.
Oh, this is going to be so close.
Oh, it's going to be down to the last millisecond, isn't it? They had everything going for them. You see the lean back. Evil geniuses.
That is a legit attempt, though, in that 1 versus 2. Fair play. I almost felt like he deserved that. That is nice mobility into the bomb site. Had to take some risks. And obviously, perfect movement, I think without even realizing it, from those 2 EG players. So, nice try.
I mean, it's the fact that Tarek jumps into that corner even.
Yeah.
That gave the extra
The panic jump. He was like, oh, God, that was the extra half second.
Madness. That's a very, very, very close early round that we're going to be talking about at some point later. Round number 8, because that is down to the wire, and you know they had a massive health advantage and couldn't find the right way to do it.
I actually think Mad Lions is doing a very good job of reading EG in this game. Still, EG just kind of winning out on the trades on some of the battles, but overall, I mean, Mad Lions, you can't get a better rotation than what they just had to get to that B bomb site. They had everyone there ready to defend. Here again, a stack in middle, and Tarek goes down for free, and the boost works out perfectly. And now they can back away. Again, just a beautiful read. And tactically, this is the other side of the Hunden conversation. He's got them well prepared. So I think in most cases, you're going to take the fact that, yeah, individually a bit less, but he's got them playing so very well.
Roy, sad that he doesn't have a smoke to try and get out a little bit safer. He just makes a run for it, a mad dash, and able to make it across. I feel like he probably should have been dead. He still might be. Flashed into the fight against Cirque, who can't see a single thing, and the 5-7 will come out on top this time. That's a very good flash setup. Ethan with a beautiful headshot to take down Hunden. He'll follow it up with one more, and Acor will finally put an end to him with that AWP, but it looked like Ethan was about to win that round right then and there.
That was actually a team flash on a Cirque. He was going to use that to peek into the bomb site, and he just either peeked too early or didn't really have an understanding of what angle he couldn't look at, but he got blinded and taken down by his own teammate's utility. 1 versus 2 now for Breeze, but he's dinked and there's 20 seconds left. He doesn't have control of the bomb, and he's going to have to back away from this. Save the Krieg. So that's a big win for Mad Lions, considering if you look at their money at the moment, everyone below $500, that would have been a very, very harsh reset of their economy, and they get to avoid the disaster. TG instead, who has to contend with some money issues.
Yeah, a very close fight early on in this map. I just feel like we're going to see... Yeah, I mean, there's not even much of a prediction. We're just going to see a lot of Vertigo, aren't we, this tournament? More and more teams willing to play it. Fewer teams, as we were talking about, playing Overpass these days.
Well, Hunden tweeted it out. I think one of the observers, I forget exactly who, just said, I hate teams who start tournaments out like picking Vertigo and Nuke, and Hunden just like put like a smiley face. So I was wondering if he was trying to mind game the map veto for the next day, and well, here we are in Vertigo.
I like that. You should try and mind game people like that. Some early classic smokes coming down deep into the ramp. The MP9 on the other side. Hunden dying first in the round to Breeze with that saved Krieg, which is pretty much what they have. And oh, Roy looks like he's kind of maybe got spotted. He's still trying to come through, and finally they'll take him down. That seemed like forcing the issue.
Yeah, I'm not even really sure where Hunden died. On the map, it looks like he was getting aggressive towards middle.
Yeah, I think
Mad Lions, again, trying to pull out some kind of an aggressive opening. They've had some success. Remember, they pushed the B stairs a few rounds back. They found an opening kill and a lot of early damage. They had that aggressive stack in middle, the AWP and the boost in the previous round that netted them 2 kills in the first 20 seconds. So Mad Lions looking to start these rounds with some kind of creative stacks at the point of contact, and at least this round it's failing them.
And they gamble A, because they're down 3-5, and they just say, let's just hope that they show up. And they don't. EG with a good call in this round. And for Mad Lions now, surely the game is about saving all the rifles. Just whatever happens, you can't be in a position here where you lose even one, because, yeah, you're going to be in trouble otherwise.
It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do in the next round. You can force up 2 Deagles or 2 CZs, you know, around these rifles and still have a pretty dangerous buy. You'll have decent amount of utility as well. So the lead for EG stretches to 2. It'll be 6-4 after this bomb goes up, and the hunt is on. Tarek and Stanislaw investigating.
Yeah, they're looking. I mean, they don't have a lot to lose with the pistols. Might as well just try and look for anything that you can.
I think you're right, though. That, especially that push from Roy. We didn't get to see how Hunden played his aggression, but that seemed very desperate. very much forcing the issue. One gun lost. Acor is going to save the AWP, which is a pretty big deal for him.
Oh, they get a little bit of a parting kill. At least they're making it a little bit expensive. I don't think EG care that much, but yeah, they're going to have an AWP, a Krieg. That's obviously a lot of firepower, but if they're not in the right position in this upcoming round, none of that is really going to matter, and they're still going to be in a little bit of trouble, I think. So 6-4 early on. I think EG are doing a pretty good job. I agree. Mad Lions are, you know, like they're hanging in there and doing the best that they can. I really think this is a legitimate question. If Hunden keeps playing middle, how much will we sort of see EG? And this is not the only. We've had matches like this before where you sort of you have a feeling like a player is not going to be, you know, 100%, or then you feel like, oh, we could probably take this fight against them and win it most of the time. You keep pushing that as much as you can.
Yeah, but I think Mad Lions have done a good job of putting that stack in middle. So if I'm EG and you're facing off a team whose one of their great strengths is their tactical, preparation for these maps, I'm not necessarily trying to exploit Hunden, because that's going to be a topic of conversation of how they want to set up the defense and everything along those lines. So I'm not actually trying to exploit that middle, especially when you just get bodied by the stack in the previous couple rounds. So they're doing a pretty good job so far, and I don't think they have anything to worry about just yet.
No, I mean, maybe not, but I think
it's a fair point. We have that conversation frequently, and I would go for it against another team. But
remember when Zeus was on Na'Vi, and people sort of you thought about that. Zeus would have good games, but there would be games we'd say, let's just
let's test him early and see what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, it could be some fun right there. So I'm a pet with a little notebook. Just writing.
What a nerd.
Writing stuff down. Yeah, we'll see that more and more now. If nothing else, it looks like you're doing your job when you have that. I feel like that it serves.
It's the presentation that matters the most.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it kind of thing. What is it? What's the Wire quote? Look the part, be the part. I think you haven't seen the Wire yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
You're a terrible human being.
I know.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage through the wall, and Hunden goes down to Stanislaw. More wall banging coming through. Acor's nearly dropped as well. He's still sticking around with his AWP, which seems like pure craziness. Again, a couple of bullets and he'll be gone. He gets the little bit of a leg shot in, but he can't get out of the corner. So Bubsky trying to switch up for that AWP. I don't mind that they're playing aggressive when they don't have all the weaponry that they want, but again, it's risky, and EG seem to be handling themselves very well.
Oh, this time at least, a good kill from Cirque. This whole map is falling apart. Cirque is over towards the A-bomb site, so they don't have to mess with middle anymore, but they applied a lot of pressure there. Good kills as well, considering how much resistance they were met with. And unfortunately, with Mad Lions saving as many weapons as possible in the previous, this force up around those is a disaster. Shush is going to certainly lose his gun. They're not going to let anyone keep a weapon in their hands, and that will make things easier for EG down the stretch. This is the round where they just really gain full economic control. And this is where EG can start to run away with the half. It's been a good battle between both teams so far, but it'll be tough for Mad Lions to recover from this one this late in the half. Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. Just think about how much hinges on that 8th round with the Acor 1 versus 2. And again, it's, not to put the blame on him, but it's just one of those things that can happen. You have some of those really pivotal rounds. I think that one would be interesting to go back and, theory craft about the potential outcome if it goes the other way. Well, they're going to do what they can to find him. They're not super aggressive. Thought maybe they would try and jump up into the window behind him, but it seems like maybe he will save. Oh, wallbang's coming through, and he actually does live through it. That's close. I thought they'd be more aggressive as well.
I did too. I mean, they didn't have great money, so it kind of makes sense. Just now starting to build some bank after buying the utility. A couple players, most players sitting right around 3,000. Ooh.
Why did it have to be Hunden?
That's a crappy way to die.
It's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
And then they get like the close-up shot of him as well. That's cruel.
An interesting little. Wait a minute. They're going forward. We'll save the.
Save trivia time.
Yeah, for later. For end of the round. Ooh, Shush leading the charge with the Krieg. Maybe, probably. Could have been second guy in, I suppose, but regardless.
8 the USPs.
Yeah, just one of them. Have some guy jump past. It's all, I don't know. Hard to say. Beautiful return. Breeze with a quad kill. Again, doing very well. And Evil Genius is up at 8 rounds.
All right, what's interesting?
It became public knowledge at some point, but only if people speak Danish, on Twitter, that apparently Hunden's mom is a big fan of Cadian.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was cute in a way. I just appreciate that,
It is cute in a way.
So, yeah. Still, I don't know. I want to see more KD. He's such a nice guy. Maybe that's too much, but I just enjoy him. I want to see him do well.
He is a fun person to watch.
He is a fun person, yeah. Aggressive on the ramp with even more aggression. They thought, you know what, the problem earlier wasn't the aggression, it was that there wasn't enough of it.
Yeah, they doubled down.
It's a classic. It is a classic.
And they haven't gotten anything for it.
And they've left Shush alone again, but at this time, at least he's playing slightly more forward, which I think that was one of the things that I wasn't enjoying about Nip so much when they were doing this, is that they were very, very far back all the time.
Also, it's okay in the sense that Mad Lions is putting a lot of emphasis on 2-3 bodies in middle at time, and they have a pretty mobile defense. It's shifting quite a bit, so players are going to come over to help Shush, certainly now as well, that he's down so low. He just has to throw that smoke out just in case, but that's going to pull even Acor rotating over towards the B bomb site. Hunden has joined up with him now as well. So 3 players on the initial defense here. Boobski is rotating over because Roy hasn't seen anything down A ramp, so they have the information. Question now, can they stop it?
Counter flash coming out, Hunden trying to turn around. He's running into the Molotov, back with the FAMAS. He'll get a kill on Stanislaw, which is not that bad for a FAMAS after all. But it's Shush, again, he was low on health and he gets shut down. Acor's right there at the inside of the smoke, but they just can't really do anything. That wall that goes down is so hard for them to deal with. Roy will get a kill on Tarek. Very unlikely they could pick this one up. Acor hoping that Breeze is going to slightly overpeak it and he can maybe get a chance for a quick headshot here, but Breeze is playing this so well. That's good movement. He's just absolutely limiting his exposure at every turn, and more headshots ringing in. A triple kill landing Breeze at 17 and 5.
That's 7 kills in the last 2 rounds as well. He's on a really nice streak here. Tarek at 14 and 7. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. It feels like Mad Lions has the right reads. They're rotating players into position. They have the cool stacks. They've been able to win some early battles, but just the skill of EG as this half has gone on is just overwhelming at this point. Breeze is just deathmatching and challenging every time he can, and he's winning them all.
And if you add to the skill, which is undeniable, and I think one of the great pleasures of watching EG in general, right? You add to that the huge economic difference between EG having all the rifles and Mad Lions having FAMAS and everything else.
Not the utility.
It gets even worse. That probably explains much of this 10-4 scenario. So right now, Mad Lions they need I don't know if it's a miracle, but they need something to get this last round in here. 10-5, I still think EG are going to be super happy about that first half, but it would at least give the Danish team a chance to do something in the second half, right?
Well, and you've noticed as well, EG's made the adjustment. They're being far less aggressive at the start of rounds. They're not trying to gain too much map control in the first 20 seconds. They're saying, all right, Mad Lions is being aggressive in middle. They've been aggressive on A ramp a couple times. They've pushed towards the B stairs. Let's just sit further back and wait and see which aggression we're going to get in each round.
They try and push through. They try and do the same thing because it wasn't found last time, and it backfires heavily. A 2-for-1 trade. You see Bubsky at his back turned as he was trying to go through the smoke. He wanted to get flashed in, and they were way closer than they were expecting. So, I don't know. Not doing well for the aggression. Hunden trying to sneak in and be a hero for the team, and Cirque was so ready for it. So now it's Shush and Acor on opposite sides of the map. I don't know. I feel like, you know...
Yeah.
I feel of 2 minds about this because I spent all day yesterday criticizing NIP for playing too passively.
Okay.
So now I feel, like people might not trust me if I start criticizing NIP for playing aggressively. Just the worst person in the world.
It has been unrelenting aggression. So I mean, I think there's a point there. I think one nice thing that we can talk about too about EG, because we've touched a lot on the skill and players like Breeze and Tarek having a very good game. I want to give a shout out to Stanislaw. He's 4 and 4 in opening duels, and it's not that that's any kind of like mind-bending, success rate of your opening battles, but that's 8 rounds in this half that he's been the guy willing to go first for the team. His scoreline isn't anything pretty. He's sitting down at 4 and 12, and all 4 of those are the opening kills. But the fact that he's just being so proactive and allowing for the trades to come in, providing the opening, being part of that, it's great impact for the in-game leader, for essentially the general, to be leading from the front in that fashion. And there he is right there. He's got his team up with a 7-round lead. Beautiful half from Evil Geniuses. They're going to be very happy about that. We'll see what Mad Lions got in store when they switch over to offense when we return from the break.
I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted, your best my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Heard that, wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Shots in the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. Yeah. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's day 2 here at the Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice. It's Mad Lions and Evil Genius is still map number 1, but the second half is coming right up. 11-4 lead. 11-4 lead for Evil Geniuses. That's pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Breeze having a very good first half. Mad Lions getting a pretty hard reset in the 8th round, losing on 1 versus 2. Never really economically getting back into it at all. And yeah, I think that's, you know, the economy and the skill difference. I think those are the 2 things, main contributing factors probably. Breeze being crazy.
And the unrelenting, the game plan of just non-stop aggression from Mad Lions. Like
hitting that B bomb site, they just realized, you know, there's a weakness here.
Yeah.
We're going to keep hammering until you fix it, and they didn't.
If you're going to push 2 to 3 players at A, 2 to 3 players in mid, you know, pretty frequently we can be pretty aggressive at this B bomb site.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, I think that's the big key, because that kind of the game plan for Mad Lions, I actually really enjoyed it in the first part of the half. I think they did very good finding some opening kills with those pushes, and then eventually EG's just like, oh, okay, well we can just slow things down.
Jason, I'm real proud of us. We just broke that down in like 20 seconds. You didn't even have to watch the first half. You just got it all right here.
Yeah, if you guys just tuned in right now, you got the entire half painted a picture for you, like the Bob Ross of commentary.
Yeah, exactly. That probably would be slower. I feel like you'd have to do that, but it's not a bad matchup. I think someone could try and go for that. Do we have anyone that's even artistically inclined in this space? Is anyone good at like anything?
Not in terms of drawing and painting, I don't think.
No.
You know who is good at drawing? Bled.
Really?
Bled is a phenomenal drawer.
He doesn't
artist.
That's in.
I know he doesn't. You look.
I'm gonna research. Yeah.
You don't see him as
heavy
a drawer.
metal.
It's a heavy. He's a heavy metal guitarist. Yep. Well, here we go. Cirque with the peak, the immediate headshot, and there's Tarek drop as well, and they are way overextended after that first kill. Bubsky with a double. Now they've got to worry about the flank. It's Roy coming up, misses some shots, but those USPs just not connecting. It's all on Breeze, and that's a great snap over.
Yeah, all on Breeze, which that's not a bad bet, is it? He's a monster. Diffuse, oh sorry, bomb does get put down, and actually Ethan trying to flank. He turns and snaps on Bobsky. That's a very quick hit, and suddenly Roy's alone. He's got a USP, but they're up there. tapping the bomb. They're not actually going for it yet. They just want to try it a single time, and they'll drop it. Good round here. Triple kill out of Ethan, and, you know, in spite of Mad Lions coming out ahead a little bit, they never really lost their nerve there, EG.
There's that skill shining through again.
Yeah.
You know, Ethan just coming in and banging out 3 players, quick headshots, the 180 spin, Breeze as well, a nice flick. Those 2 guys, very talented.
Can't believe
you can't get a better start to a pistol round than this, really.
No, it's looking good at this point in time, isn't it? I really want to see, especially the second kill for Ethan.
Whoop.
That's so disgusting.
That's nasty.
In a good kind of a way, you know?
Yeah, good nasty. Well, Ethan's now up to 13 kills, Tarek at 16, and Breeze at 20 and 7.
Yeah, and now they have, again, you know, the economy to work with. At least the bomb went down, so Mad Lions not going to be investing into Kriegs. Got a lot of Galils in play.
No, they got it. I mean, look, they're down 8 rounds. You know, you wouldn't necessarily want this to be the situation you're in, but you do kind of have to buy here, whether it's the Krieg drop or whether it's having more rifles spread out. And you could see Boopski and Acor just back on the Deagle so he can have full utility for his team, but it's not a whole lot of nades to work with. And again, this puts you in a position, if you're Mad Lions, where you're going to have to just win some straight heads-up fights. And against the guys that are on point, against the skill differential, that's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, and you see, just look at the difference of aggression, because actually Ethan and Stan were being aggressive there, but in a very safe way, right? They weren't committed to the aggresssion. They were just jumping behind the sandbags, making sure that you could sort of see what was going on. So that's a stylistic difference between the 2 teams, at least so far. 50 seconds on the clock, and it's definitely going to be an A hit from the looks of it. No one even on the other side. And Tarek is actually looking out at that B stairs and saying, I'm not seeing anyone over here. So they can maybe start to gravitate a couple of people over with 40 seconds left. And yeah, it's all or nothing here for Mad Lions. A little bit of a wall bang, yeah, doing something. Yeah, they're setting up for it now. The Ethan, he's ready. That UMP is not a bad tool for it, but timing is everything. Stanislaw goes for it. Oh, I think Hunter was just past the corner. A little bit of a mistiming there. He gets shot in the legs, but he'll stumble onto the bomb site with the bomb to try and finish the job anyway. Troy goes down. And that's a 4-on-4 with a good chance here, I think, for Mad Lions. Acor hitting a headshot on Tarek. And they don't have a lot of utility, actually. None really on the EG side. That one smoke to do everything. And Breeze still getting a kill. Oh, no.
Here we go. This could actually happen. Around the edge of the smoke, there's the bomb tap. How aggressive they want to be. Hunden not peeking yet. Now he's swinging once the contact is taken, but Breeze with low HP is watching. And Evil Genius have everything secured except for maybe Bubski, but it's just too much time left in the bomb. And another win for EG, and that is a nice retake, as you mentioned, mostly without utility. They didn't have any nades, any Molotovs to force the planter or kill him right after the bomb plant. That could have been much trickier, but nice job. Breeze gets, I mean, a bit...
Another quad kill for him.
Was it really?
Yep.
His first battle brought him down to red HP.
Yeah.
So he's just beasting. He got a couple kills through smoke as well. Yeah, this pop flash setup was actually really cool for Stanislaw. It was set up and it would have been effective. They had a huge window for it and just never realized that they could have thrown that flashbang so much earlier.
This moment here, right, where Hunden is peeking again as the bomb is already planted, that's timed with a peek from the ramp, so
yes.
It's a good play for Mad Lions to go for that simultaneous peek. The fact that EG beat that, again, that's just really, I mean, a lot of credit to them, because that could have been the moment that could have broken that whole thing apart.
It feels like Breeze just having that confidence in his teammates, just saying, okay, listen, there's 2 of you, I'm going to trust you guys to handle what's coming from this angle. I'm just going to watch your back for a possible peek, a possible flank.
As it turned out, Breeze also got that kill on the guy coming from the ramp.
Yeah, and then he just gets everything.
I'm going to trust you guys, but you didn't do it, so I'll do it myself.
Trust you guys to do most of the damage, and then I'll take the kills.
Exactly right. So it goes down to Hunden, and Tarek, very lonesome out here. Bit of an awkward peek there, but Hunden will clean it up. Good double kill for him, and that should, again, leave them. Now they got mid cleared out. That gives them so much space. EG already proved that in the first half.
And they have the money for EG pretty low. So if they can actually win this round, turn this, you know, put an interesting dynamic into this match, which has seemed just so out of reach for Mad Lions, but a little bit of an easy stretch to kind of close the gap by 2 or 3 rounds. After taking the money away from EG, might be a nice breather for Mad Lions.
Yeah, they would welcome that, wouldn't they?
It still feels like they haven't quite gotten into this game yet.
Yeah, I agree. And they didn't even start off cold. This wasn't like one of those things like, they actually started this game really well. I really honestly think a lot of it is the economy at the second part of the first half was so brutally hard for them.
They tied it up at 3-3, and it's been a 10-1 run for EG ever since. Flank coming in, Stanislaw not ready. That's a nice off angle from Hunden. And Ethan and Breeze, I think they just got to back away. There's no reason to go for this. It's a 2-on-4. Yeah, you have a massive lead. Keep the weapons in your hands.
Yeah, maybe get some more kills on Breeze. He needs it. He's working on a personal best.
He's like, guys, can we just not win until I get to 30? Everyone chill.
Just let me get it. Let me work my way up there. Well, adding a bit more. He saw Hunden, you know, the other way, so he was kind of at an advantage right there. Well, Bomb is obviously going to go up, and we'll see. Galil's being saved for Mad Lions, which is a bit of a shame. Can't even find anything to upgrade with. But they're all going to be at the back of the side, so that's pretty much it. A 5th round being picked up here on the Danish side, and that's good news. The road back is quite a long road back. And think about this too. We talked about that B bomb site for Mad Lions. We talked about it when NIP were playing it. And we talked about it when we saw, you know, Vitality with RPK. It's sort of a continuing return to what do you do at the B bomb site? Well, Evil Geniuses have got Breeze playing there. That helps.
Yeah, that does help in a big way.
I mean, we haven't seen it fully come to an effect yet, but I imagine that's, you know, that's if you have that luxury, then, you know, put such a strong player on there. And now he's pushing up with the AK, and actually, Mad Lions are coming through, and Breeze will knock both of them right out, Shush and Roy. And yeah, I mean, this is their chance to completely reset EG in terms of economy, and instead, I don't know, this could be the end of the map.
Yeah, it really could be. That's so brutal. They did not get around the edge of that smoke to get a clean shot at Breeze. Tough. Tough for Mad Lions. 5-on-3. And EG, they've just backed away now. No more aggression is needed. They can just chill.
Yeah, very relaxed in this round now that they end up winning that. And again, that's with an AK, a FAMAS, and an M4, and, you know, FAMAS, a 5.7 and a CSET 75. So really not that much of an impressive buy coming out of them. Breeze looking for more. Great rotation into the bomb site, and now the smoke is up in front. Otherwise, he was a bit exposed, but he's got every chance of doing this. More smokes. He should have the lead here. It's the 5.7 instead to take a kill.
That's a nasty little gap in the bomb site boxes.
Yeah.
What does that look like from Acor's point of view? Ooh, just a little head peeking up. Nice job from Breeze. Another quad kill. I think we've seen 3 quad kills, a triple kill out of him. He's having a game and a half.
He's doing okay.
29 kills now. He's getting to 30.
We're gonna be real disappointed if he doesn't.
I've played that B bomb site in a show match here on Vertigo as the sole defender, one of the earlier versions of Vertigo. I played it against the guys on 100 Thieves. They're in Renegades at the time.
Oh, how's that? Was that fun?
Yeah, it was great. I really loved dueling just heads up against... Ooh, that's a jump and a half. There we go. That's one way to take Breeze out, but he got to 30.
Yes.
That's all that matters for him.
He got the job done. 30 and 20.
I will say, playing that bomb site and just having one-on-one... Listen, I wasn't really known as a duelist in Counter-Strike, you know, at the height of my powers in career. And you know, when I was all washed up playing against JKS and Azza, coming up those stairs is literally the stuff of nightmares. It's like, great, I'd like to shoot a bullet now. I'd really appreciate to play the game.
Just getting on their comms. Guys, they're coming again. Please.
Flash for me.
Panic in the voice. Whole team is just like, please, God, get a grip of yourself. Hunden goes down. Shot in the kneecaps by Stanislaw, was up in that box. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, it would have been a 4-on-4 here. Mad Lions, they've got mid control, which normally we pray. That's amazing. But I actually think EG know that this is happening. I think they've got them boxed in as opposed to, you know, maybe the other way around. Terry still goes down. A little bit of surprising, trying to beat, and Roy gets another headshot on Ethan. That's impressive, running through the Molotov. And Cirque now just waiting at the edge with a FAMAS. He sees the shadow Bubsky, and he wants to see if he'd take an early shot. Bit of a weird battle going on the other side. Stanislaw gets dropped by Acor, and that means Cirque, yeah, he's completely red here. They make it out alive in this round, which is just amazing news to them. But now you're sort of past the point where you're thinking, man, yeah, maybe it could be a turnaround. Once EG are at 14 rounds, it's so hard to imagine they're not going to find 2 rounds in the next 10.
Yeah, you don't even really start to think of it as a comeback. Mad Lions need to go on a big stretch out of this economic advantage. Look at this combo. Look at Peacemaker. Katowice hoodie. He's got some kind of a jacket on. I don't know. Dress.
If you're trying to...
Oh, dress jacket.
Did you do fashion analysis in the middle of the broadcast?
Yeah.
What about this? What do you think about this piece?
It's nice. It's
very
classy.
2000s kind of...
Yeah, I like the yellow trim.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I mean, that's
all I got with fashion.
Maybe for some of these tactical timeouts in the future, Jason, we could sell them as advertising real estate and actually do fashion, like get someone in there. Like
should get Machine involved in that.
Machine and Henry, they might be very good at that. Think about that. We'll work on that concept more after the map.
We'll tweak it a little.
21st round, ladies and gentlemen. There's pistols back in the hands of EG. So.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. There's a pop flash. I have 2. When is EG going to use it? There's 1 deep smoke. There's the pop flash. Oh, I think they might get scared away, but Cirque's come through. Now he's got an AK-47. More bodies down here. Good kill. There's the AK. And Stan, oh, go for the knife. Get after it, young man. Not able to find the slash.
I appreciate that from Stan, Why not try and go for it? That was way scarier than it seemed. AK down to 21 health. If there was another bullet there for Stanislaw, maybe that would have been a straight-up victory in a 2-on-2 at least. Now it seems unlikely that Breeze could do much. By the way, I talked about Akor's, just the mentality, his style. Like, you can see he's really not scared of anything. He's just going to go and take the fights, even if it sometimes seems a bit
crazy.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Stanislaw. It's one of the reasons why I love watching him play as well. So I don't know.
He does have a certain fearless quality to him. Like when he sees an opportunity, he'll go through.
I really appreciate that.
I think the best is when you see EG play Dust 2, and we see Stanislaw just frequently in the mid round just challenge at the A bomb site. He's like, oh, I know there's only going to be 1 player here, so I'm just going to slide out. I'll take that fight.
Yeah, I think it's super cool.
And Dust 2 is next, Anders.
Dust 2 is next, so maybe we could see a little bit of that. We'll keep it in mind. Yeah, I think it's also because we have an abundance of players who are on the opposite side of that scale, where much of it is second guessing and we're not quite sure and we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I like that. I think that's a refreshing approach. It can be really hard to maintain, as we've also discussed. You get
pick and choose your moments.
Yeah, just like in MMA or boxing, right? Like you could have a really strong attitude, but once you get punched a couple of times, it's hard maybe to keep that up.
I would imagine so. Ethan right around the edge of the smoke, and that's spammable. He's rolling the dice, and now all the tracers are flying just past him. Yeah. So he's going to get away safely.
Dodging much of it. That was a very early smoke put down by Breeze. I'm guessing he heard something. But they really have almost no utility left here on EG. I mean, it might not be a problem because they're very good at shooting people, so maybe that's just going to be the way out of this. But if it comes into a retake or anything like that, could be a bit awkward still for them. 55 seconds. It looked like the Danes are reaching towards that B bomb side.
They have no kits for a retake either. And I don't even think that it's a huge problem because they're playing this pretty well. They have control of middle, which means either Tarek or Cirque can actually jump up. Ooh, take that back. Not Tarek. Tarek can't do it anymore. But you can be there quickly for Breeze.
Yeah, and I think they heard someone, I think Tarek, before he died, he heard someone running underneath him. That's obviously one of the issues with this map. There's an AWP here, and that's on Cirque, and we haven't talked much about him, but not to be forgotten, Breeze will follow up with Famas, and then Ethan to take down Bubsky, and what could have been a very cool B hit has turned absolutely flat. Hunden in a 1 versus 4 with 15 seconds, nothing to do except to try and save the Krieg. Wow, yeah, I'm pretty sure Tarek heard them running in T-spawn, basically, before he died, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's very possible. They had a very nice timing on that rotation over. Cirque even able to be a distraction. That second player, he picks off the first from Mad Lions and the second player at the top of the stairs. Probably thought that was it. Probably thought that was the passive player at the B bomb site and wasn't expecting Breeze to just peek out quickly with the FAMAS, but even if he did, probably nothing he could have done.
31 kills on him now. It's all right.
It's not bad. 22 rounds.
Keep that up, and we might see a return of that, as you sort of mentioned, overhyped. Maybe not overhyped, but just high expectations for EG. They might actually reach some of those expectations if this keeps up.
Yeah, which would be equally cool. That nade did not do nearly as much damage as your moan would suggest it was about to.
Yeah, I thought they were going to walk onto that landmine, but not happening. Still, I mean, they're softened up, and this is the potentially the last round of Mad Lions, having a really, really tough time against the American side for good reason. So this is a cool version of Edie we're seeing right here. Enjoyable in every way. Sure, she's got a close to the bomb site, so you can, yeah, flash your way in. You could go for a really quick execute. See Bubsky setting up a flashbang to run right through, but oh, he's going to get in the fight earlier than he wanted to. Now the element of surprise not so much there. The flash still kind of works out. Oh! Breeze and Ethan, and it's going to be one more triple to try and end this map with. How many multi-kills is that? That's got to be close to some kind of a record. Hunden goes down, and it's 16-7 in favor of Evil Geniuses as they take down Mad Lions on the first map of day 2 here in Katowice, and in style.
Yeah, Breeze could do no wrong throughout this whole